Hey, David, why do most white people vote for Republicans? This is this is a complex question that requires a lot of different exploration, and the answer is not um, because white people are merely racist and they vote for Republicans. That's not, if that's what you believe, it's overly simplistic. There are, of course, elements of racism, but that's really not what this is about. So it is true that when you look at current polling and you slice and dice it demographically by age, by race, by income, all these different things, by education, Donald Trump is winning among men by not by a huge margin. Donald Trump is winning among white voters, and Donald Trump is winning among uneducated voters. The more education you have, the more likely you are to support Joe Biden. The answer to a lot of the white support for Republicans actually is religion. And I want people to be very, very carefully understanding what it is that I'm saying here. White evangelicals overwhelmingly vote for Republicans. White non-evangelicals are pretty split between the Democratic and the Republican Party. So to say it another way, were it not for white evangelicals, the Republican Party would not have the advantage it has among white voters. And this is why you might see American politics and you say there's more support for abortion today than there has been at any time since Roe v. Wade. And yet the Republicans still kowtow to being against abortion, and they still try to play, Trump speaking at the March for Life and all of this different stuff. The reason why is that they are dependent on the white evangelical voter, not only for votes, but also for donations. Evangelicals are just over a third of white voters. Okay. So you've got all white voters. A third of white voters are evangelical. They voted for Trump roughly 4-1, 80-20. Other white voters went for Hillary 56-44, according to exit polls against Trump in 2016. So when you slice and dice the electorate, you start to understand that the analysis that white people prefer Republicans, it's not really getting at the core of the issue, which in this particular case is religiosity. Now, anytime you look at these distinctions, you have to be able to separate causation versus correlation. OK, I don't know exactly how that affects the white voter element of it. But for example, with education, you see that people without a college degree are the most likely educationally to be voting for Trump. People with a college degree support Joe Biden by a pretty big margin. People with a postgraduate degree support Joe Biden by an even higher margin. The more education you have, the more likely you are to support Biden over Trump. I actually believe that is causal. I think that education as a process makes you less likely to be bamboozled by stupid talking points from Trump like, I know all about trade and I will fix it. The more educated you are, the more likely you are to realize Trump knows nothing about trade and he's not going to fix it and you shouldn't fall for it. So that is causal to me. With some of these other things, religion, race, whatever, I think that we have to explore whether the correlations have a causal component. That's sort of not really what we were taking head on. But that's the situation. Yes, white voters support Republicans, but were it not for white evangelicals, that support would be very much in question.